Messy people of Reddit, where do you draw the line between these are acceptable living conditions and I should probably tidy up now? When it's midnight, I can't sleep, and I get a sudden burst of inspiration mixed with existential crisis. That is when I tidy. So instead of overthinking everything until 3 a.m. every night, you're saying I should clean. That's actually a really good idea. Now I know what I'm doing tonight. When there's something else that I really don't want to do, like taxes, I suddenly spring clean. That's the only time furniture is moved to clean everything. It's pretty much exactly like that scene from Black Books, haha. Yup. Pressing deadlines for work/school, and suddenly I'm very interested in ensuring the kitchen is spotless and will probably decide to reorganize the bathroom while I'm at it. Anything to avoid doing what I should be doing. Unfortunately, for me, that thing is playing piano, so I'll play piano for like 6 hours in a messy room instead of writing the paper that's due tomorrow. I justify it by living by the due tomorrow equals due tomorrow rule. Playing piano is a pretty awesome thing to waste your time on. I think that's neat. I bet you've gotten better and better with time. For real, I wish I could play my guitar when I want to procrastinate. When I don't have any room to put more stuff to. Like on the desk, nightstand, the chair. My floor is mostly clean though. Original poster replies. This is also me until I need the desk. And then the stuff on it gets put in a pile on the floor, and then it's not long before the floor is a mess too. I transfer the stuff from my chair to my bed. Then my bed to my chair. This has been my laundry strategy since my divorce. It's not that great. Dirty clothes go directly into the washer. Clean clothes are stored in the dryer until they are needed. You'll know it's time to start the washer when the dryer is empty. I'm not alone in the universe. Since lockdown, mine's a bit off. I now work with 4 piles. Clean, usually in the laundry basket needs to be cleaned, rocking chair one more wear, bed to desk at night. Who cares? House/work cloths, around, bathroom maybe beside the door? Terrible strategy, but not like I need my suit and tie. I'm not even sure where the iron is. You forgot the clothes I never wear, but might someday in the actual dresser. This is the way. When my desk was full of garbage, I used to put more stuff on it by pushing it onto the front edge. Stuff would fall at the back. Kids, don't live like that. It takes like 2 minutes to fill a garbage bag. This is what I do. When I start hearing stuff fall down, I tend to clean a little, but that desk will never be clean again. I think a lot of my problem is just not having space to store my knickknacks and things I'm not using. I also have a busted joystick which, let me go throw that away actually. Whenever company is coming over. Got to maintain the facade that I'm a clean, tidy individual. Clean like crazy, and when they arrive, you say, sorry about the mess, it's just been so busy here lately. That's how you excuse any bits you might have missed in the mad dash. Or that giant clutter pile you had to make in the corner when you ran out of time. Throw blanket. Cover it up and hope they don't notice. Add a cat. Oh, that's Pumpkin's cozy corner. Silly baby rages if we change it. All the bits of trash on my floor are cat toys. Add 4 cats. 1 for each corner. When you are doing your mad dash, put it in a bedroom or somewhere else no one will accidentally find it. I once hid all the dirty dishes in the oven when someone was coming over. 3 days later, when I preheated the oven, I remember thinking, what's that smell? Are we related? This is me. I'm the same way. This is why I assume everyone with clean houses probably is really just as messy as I am. This is 100%, my fiancé and me never understands. I do and say this all the time. The other day I was too depressed to clean, so I said it to my guests and felt so guilty. Pardon the mess, I'm depressed. I need this on a t-shirt. A wall hanging in live, love, laugh fashion. If I visited someone and they said they to me, all I would think is, oh God, I've been there before. And I would probably feel relieved to find someone else who feels that way sometimes. We have a name for this in our house, it's called Elena's Coming. Elena is a family friend who happens to be a total snob, and one day she called us kind of implying she wanted to come over for coffee, so we invited her over, but we were definitely not prepared, haha. We cleaned the house so effing fast, wiping down surfaces, tidying every inch of the downstairs. Elena never came. But thanks to that night, whenever we want to do a quick but thorough cleanup, we say, let's pull an Elena's Coming. We call it cleaning lady clean. But it's just common sense. If I'm paying someone, then they'll have more time to do the hard work of scrubbing if they don't have to move all our stuff around. My grandma has a cleaning lady. I have no idea what this person cleans because my grandma's house is spotless every time I visit. She always says, "Oh, excuse the mess, the cleaning lady hasn't been by yet." What mess? No dishes anywhere in sight. Floor looks vacuumed. She will pre-clean a cleaned house so the cleaning lady can reclaim her already cleaned house. I don't understand it. I know I can't afford that. If I didn't live 4 hours away, I'd offer to be her cleaning lady, haha. My wife is one of those clean before the cleaning lady arrives. Our house, except for my office, is always clean because my wife puts things away and vacuums almost every day, and mops every other day, on top of the robotic vacuum I bought that runs every night, to try and stop her from vacuuming every day. The cleaning team who comes every 2 to 4 weeks does the harder stuff. They clean windows, baseboards, bathroom wall tiles, cabinets, mirrors, and polish the shiny wood bits. It's usually 3 to 4 people and they're done in an hour. If they had 30 to 40 people, they could do it in 6 minutes. Such a good episode of Nathan for you. My mom vacuums 2 to 3 times a day, and she also vacuums after someone else does it, very passive-aggressively, so we bought a Roomba, but now she vacuums after Roomba too. God, can I imagine her thoughts about that effing Roomba. Man, and I thought my husband was nuts for vacuuming 3 times a week. I feel like you'd have to have a pack of Malamutes to need to vacuum 2 to 3 times a day. Pre-pandemic, I would invite friends over once a month to force a cleaning rally upon the family. Post-pandemic, we live in our filth forever. I hosted D&D sessions at my place because it was a good excuse to force myself to clean every couple of weeks. I'm literally doing this now. It keeps the house cleaner and I can have my 3 friends over to play D&D. My buddies always had the joke that nobody cleans more efficiently than a dude who thinks he might get laid. I'm scrubbing baseboards. Clean baseboards actually do make the room look cleaner. I could never figure out why my stepmom's clean and my clean were different until I realized she did tiny little things like that really pulled the room together. It's like magic. Dusting one's blinds, door frames, and vents will have a similar effect. I, too, was confused when I first was living on my own why my crap never looked as clean as at home growing up. Dusting was the answer. I cleaned my AC vent last week after barely even looking at it for half a year living in this house. Now that it's clean, every single time I walk by it I think, damn. That looks clean as F, that crap sparkles now. Lol, finally hitting that crown molding dust. Getting out the toothbrushes to clean the dirt between the tiles. Lol, it's absolutely true. And the thing is, I could easily clean up everything in my room in an hour or less. I've just been too effing lazy this lockdown to do anything. Hell, I just went 13 months without getting a damn haircut and only got it because a Hinge match and I agreed to get a beer. I mean, I've been work from home for 15 months, I haven't shaved the entire time. I'm getting a little Gandalf over here. I tried that, but rather than growing down like a normal beard, mine just keeps curling outward like curly sun rays, so that my, already large, face was becoming the circumference of a serving tray or something, and I had to give it up. Products and combing techniques didn't help. It's not a joke. We have a lady come clean our house every 2 weeks. I have to clean the night before she comes so she doesn't think we are total slobs. Emo, it's also not really about being total slobs, but rather, the cleaning person is there to clean the house itself, not tidy your personal items. I've never heard it put like that before, but it makes a lot more sense. When I start losing stuff, in my mind, so long as I know where everything is or can easily find it, it's not a mess. I feel this so hard. If I know what pile of junk something is in, then it's not a mess, but if I can't find something, then things are too messy. I keep my old mail and bills in the pile to serve as a substitute for carbon dating. Finding stuff then just becomes an exercise of going to the right rock layer. Wow, I do this, haha. It's bad when the seasons change though, so I don't touch a pile of jumpers or shorts for a couple of months, and when I finally go rooting through, I discover my car's not been insured for 6 weeks. If you know where things are, it's not a mess, just an alternative organization scheme. I lost my drill a while back. It wasn't on the workbench, or on the shelf at the back door, or in the garage, or at my desk. It's nowhere to be found. I must have left it somewhere outside, and it was stolen. Finally, I buy a new drill. About a month goes by and I'm looking for a wrench, so I check my new toolbox I had got way back at Christmas. Sure enough, there's my old drill, hidden away in a place I decided it should go to be tidy. That's what I do with everything. Clean it up and put it into places where in the moment I think, oh yeah, I'll definitely remember that I put this here, it just makes sense. 10 minutes later I already forgot where it is, because it's not in its usual spot on a pile somewhere in the apartment. If I look for something I need and have to remove mess in order to get to it, then I get drunk and clean effing everything for hours. Drunk cleaning with music on is super fun. People always think I'm weird for tidying up immediately after the last party guest has left. I just dance about like a tit and get it done. Makes the hangover easier in the morning too. Yes, same here. I like cleaning up either when I am drunk or sleepy. Most of my tidying up gets done at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. on a weekend with headphones on and music blasting. So many times have I laid in bed sleepless, full of unused energy, thinking about I should put this here and that there and take a trash bag and collect all the trash, empty the bathroom trash cans, dust off the washing machine, wipe down all mirrors and screens, check the best before on everything in the fridge and the cabinet, soak the stains on the stove, descale the kettle and coffee machine, wash the windows, change the curtains, make a tea to go through my stack, collect all the jewelry that is spread evenly across the apartment, check all my makeup and eat everything that has gone bad. But my boyfriend is sleeping next to me, and if I get up and start cleaning it'll wake him up as well, and he gets really grumpy when he's woken up for no reason, so I don't. And by the next morning, I have no energy or motivation anymore. Until it's bedtime. Edit the ever-present typos. Just imagining you like this classic YouTube link. I get high as F and halfway get distracted by something I'm cleaning or found. Or I just sit to take a little break and end up on my phone on Reddit or my PS4 lol. Sometimes cleaning is fun because it turns into finding something interesting you forgot about, like that old razor set I ordered on Amazon, used 3 times, and how did it end up in this box? I could use a shave. Are they still sharp? Oh, wow, they're really sharp. I bet they cut paper. Proceeds to cut thin strips of paper for no reason. All right. Sharp. Better shave. Shaves, leaving trimmings in the sink. Sweet. Smooth. Welp, looks like I made a bigger mess than I cleaned. Try again tomorrow. See, this is why I love the internet. It's nice to know other people think like me. This is literally why I'm reading your comment right now. Back to it, I guess. I feel this comment in my bones, haha. Nice. I do my cleaning on Sundays with a hangover. If I'm going to be miserable, I might as well have a clean house when it's over. Plus, the self-loathing is a useful motivator. Plus, as everyone knows, calories eaten while hungover don't count, so you can snack for the duration. I usually have a momentary pause and think this is depressing. I'll then clean up for an hour and think I hate doing this crap. It's close enough now. I relate so much to this comment. I'm laughing at the "this is depressing" moment, because you couldn't have worded this any better. This is depressing is that point where you think, man, this is bad even by my standards. About the point you switch to playing turn-based strategy games because rapid mouse movement comes with a risk of spillage. I came here to say, when my depression gets unbearable or when my depression is not as bad and I have energy to clean. Right. You explained it perfectly. I used to do this when I lived alone. Then I moved in with my sew, and I found out just how unacceptable my close enough actually was. I was horrified when I heard that he expected us to have a weekly cleaning day every single weekend. Turns out, I was the weird one. Then I finally got diagnosed and on medication for ADHD, and suddenly cleaning wasn't so bad anymore. I live alone now for the first time. I've always gone the extra mile for communal areas because I know I'm abnormally messy. In my own space, though, there is one rule. Never leave food. That's it. There is one rule. Never leave food. That's it. This is an important rule and one that is probably based on personal experience of not following aforementioned rule in the past. Both my boys and Hubsimho are ADHD. One severely. I am not. I have found that the best way I can bless them is by limiting what we call visual noise. That messy environment just adds to the overwhelming feeling for them. We also homeschool. So, that overwhelming feeling impacts everything we do. Now that I am struggling with some medical problems myself, I find my depression is way worse when things are yucky. But, I just can't do it all. So, the best way Hubs has blessed me is to hire someone to help. We have a family friend's daughter come once a week to help out. We have an easier time keeping up and we feel better. Yes, it can be expensive, depending on who you hire. We are not wealthy. We consider it a medical expense, like a therapy appointment. It actually costs less and helps us all. If you are able to arrange help, let go of the embarrassment or shame you may be battling and reach out. It will make a world of difference. I would check the local high schools. Many kids can't get entry-level jobs with the economy right now. But, pay fair. Edit, thanks for the award. Yeah, I am of the opinion that hiring help when you need is outweighs the idea that I should do it all myself. For me, it worked out better to buy a robot vacuum because I realized that it was the one thing that I hated to do. It's just so much hair for one person. Having it done without my active efforts meant I could go in after and do the rest of the cleaning. So that's been my little helper so I don't have to pay someone to do. The rest is more manageable since there's specific things that I couldn't see having a hired person come take care of for me that I needed to just do myself. My wife was always the tidy one. One of our early arguments was that dirty clothes go in the hamper and not on the floor. I legit had a pile in the closet I used when I lived alone rather than using a hamper. Then fast forward a few years and now we have an 8-year-old who is diagnosed with ADHD, and then I get diagnosed too. I think my wife was the happiest of the three of us because our tendency to leave a trail of mess was about to drive her to the brink. The mess trail is such a real thing. This doesn't happen to me as much now that I'm medicated, and I can only assume that I'm able to see all the crap I'm leaving behind now. One of my pieces of feedback on residency, pre-diagnosis, was that I leave a trail of chaos everywhere I go. I was famous for constantly losing notebooks, pens, paperwork, water bottles, etc., or leaving these items behind in people's offices when I had meetings. The shame I felt about this was unreal, so it was a game changer to find out that I had an actual problem, and I wasn't just defective somehow. Ah, the good old procrastinating. Fellow adter who can relate. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.